Hey folks, Kilt-Man here. Kilt-Man, out your service. But not the service of that fly that has just landed over there. Oh, swine. It's the weather for them, you see. Because, yes, once again, Kilt-Man weather forecast. It is absolutely blistering out there. Can you see how the sun is reflecting through the window on me like that? Oh, let's get that in there. Oh, I might blind you. No, it's not doing it. Nah, forget it. But yeah, it's really, really super hot again. We've had such an up and down summertime. It's been ridiculous. It's been weeks of blistering sunshine, and then we had weeks of just torrential rain and floods and all sorts of catastrophes. What's playing there? You can already guess what that is. A bit John Barry, a bit James Bond, definitely JB. Yeah, it's From Russia with Love. And I put that on because we need a bit of James Bond music. Because the news today, well, it's not news, you've already heard it, but I meant to cover it the other day, and of course, got sidetracked, forgot all about it. Finally, we have, the new title for the next James Bond movie. And it isn't that. Let's move that on a bit. That would prove a bit distracting as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, Bond 25, which is reputed to be Daniel Craig's last outing as 007. And thank God, as much as I loved Daniel Craig in Casino Royale and Skyfall, he was woeful in the equally woeful Spectre, which I think is one of the worst Bond movies I've ever seen. Hang on, maybe I shouldn't be saying things like that. The spooks are now rising against me. That fly will grow to huge proportions, like some kind of James Bondian techno villain, which apparently is what he's up against in the new movie coming out next year. No Time to Die, it's called. Now, I've seen a fair bit of apathy and disappointment on the forums from people long awaiting this title to be name dropped. I don't have a problem with it at all. You look at the history of Bond titles, it fits right on in there. Generic sort of, emphatic sort of title, like, You Only Live Twice, Live and Let Die, Die Another Day, Tomorrow Never Dies. There's a definite theme running through that. License to Kill, well, that's obvious, isn't it? The Living Daylights, No Time to Die. It's not great, but it's absolutely fits in with the canon and franchise titles of all the Bond movies. So far, it fits right on in. Now, apparently the plot for this one, he's sort of semi-retired from active service, and he's enjoying the leisurely life in Jamaica, man, the sunny Caribbean, which of course is only apt because that's where Ian Fleming wrote the books, didn't he? In Skyfall. So, his place was called Skyfall. And then Felix Leitner, who's the CIA operative, comes out to say, look, hey, buddy, we've been through some shit together, but I'm gonna need you one last time. So, and he ends up going to rescue some kidnapped scientist, I think is the plot. And but the new villain is a techno guru, and is it Rami Malek who played Freddie Mercury in what was it called? What was the Queen movie called? I forgot. Bohemian Rhapsody, that was it. I reviewed it as well. But so I presume he's playing the villain. I don't know that for a fact, but I presume he's playing the villain. And this guy's got all sort of futuristic gadgets, and it's going to be 007's most dangerous mission yet, and could well be the end of it's supposed to be the end of Daniel Craig's tenure as James Bond. And I say, not a day too soon. He weren't meant to come back, for another one. Spectre was meant to be the last. That's just why they paid homage to all, they brought Blofeld back. Oh, and that was just piss poor. I am the architect of all your pain. Christoph Waltz, he was a great actor, but oh, fuck off. He was just not needed for this kind of role at all. Yeah, the architect of all your pain. Yeah. Oh, poor 007. The accent completely changed there. He became some sort of Thai ladyboy. Well, that would be quite a spectacular comeuppance for 007 and his womanising ways. On a mission in Thailand, you're going to meet this sultry, exotic babe, Tatiana Titty Litty. and he puts his hand up the skirt. Whoa! Is that a pistol you've got under there? Well, it can't because the barrel just got longer. Oh dear. But yeah, I don't think there's a problem with that title at all. No Time to Die. It kind of reminds me of Blaine, Jesse Ventura in Predator. You're bleeding, man. He goes, ain't got time to bleed. Ain't got time to die. And that could be the idea behind it as well. Like it could be like a throwaway sort of thing. You're gonna die. Got no time to die. Or this particular time is not the right time to die. It's just a generic title. It would look great in a bookcase full of Bond books. That title would fit right on in. In a shelf full of all the Bond movies, it fits right on in. So people, your disappointments, I don't really get it. It's just a typical Bondian title, and I've got no issues with it whatsoever. But I really hope it's a good movie. I love James Bond, but Casino Royale was the real kick up the arse that it needed. Quantum of Solace, we all know, was a fuck up, and Skyfall was brilliant. I loved Skyfall for all its preposterousness as well. I totally loved it. Spectre was a massive, literally driving your face into a brick wall, boosh, and it was a fucking nightmare. It was a clag fest, boring, and Daniel Craig looked like he was just half asleep throughout the entire movie. But we need a good payoff. Yeah, Casino Royale, which was awesome. Look at this. I have the power. Laser beam fingers. I'm tickling the rays of the sun there. Coaxing it in. I hope it's a good send-off for him. And I hope they don't ballyhoo this as being his last outing as Bond. And then the film's a rip-roaring success. So they bring him back again. No, if he's going, let him fucking go. I know money talks and all that, but Jesus Christ. Scoring the movie is a fella called Dan Romer. That's been confirmed by Eon. And although I heard the name before, he did Beasts of the Southern Wild, something like that, and lots of documentaries and TV stuff. Whatever films he's done, I don't think I know, and like feature movies. And so he's an unknown quantity, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. With certain composers coming in, you know what to expect. We all want John Barry. We want the John Barry sound. And there's the whole David Arnold, highly produced, highly polished wall of sound, bombast from the what's his name? I can see his face. Who played him with Goldeneye? Oh God, Pierce Brosnan, Irish fella. You may have heard of him. Sorry, if my memory is slipping a bit, it's because I am still recovering from one hell of a day-long boozy session yesterday. Well, I say day-long. It feels like more than a day long. But I was off in the afternoon, and it just went on. Party. Hey, are you Kilt-Man? Oh God. What gave that away? Can I have a picture with you? Oh Jesus. But the minute the camera goes, I'm like, hey, yes, freedom. Oh hey. Oh, look at the hair. The hair is it's reaching its Braveheart proportions now. Just need a few braids in there, and we've pretty much got it. It's the right colour as well for the wig that Gibbo wore in Braveheart. So it's coming along nicely. Thank you. So I hope they bring some kind of homage to the score as well as the movie, because I've banged on about this theme, the 007 theme, not the din 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 din, not that one, but the theme actually entitled 007. It's only in 5 movies, created by John Barry, and it's in this. It's first time it's ever heard in this, From Russia with Love. It played in Diamonds Are Forever, Moonraker, You Only Live Twice, and not this. And Thunderball. It played extensively in Thunderball as well. So there's your 5 movies. And I'd love to hear like a kind of, it could be obviously remixed, it can be highly new produced, a slightly different version. But, let's get on this, because I love this theme. I did a whole video on this theme. It's like a Morse code, mission in progress. But it's got a brazen, sort of fun-loving, freewheeling attitude. It's big. It's heroic. That John Barry 60s beat rhythm. The brass is just on point. So it's got this sort of string flourish, but it's so upbeat. Even to hear this in like a darker rendition, perhaps, I'd admire it. You know, even if I didn't like the remixed version, I'd be like, well, at least you did it, and I'd love that. I've said many times, and I mentioned it in the video on this, that when I finally shuffle off this mortal coil, which by the way last night I felt like I had done, when my coffin is being carried, this music's playing. I want no sad faces. Everyone in the congregation like that. Lots of kilts swishing away, and their tuxedos, yeah, obviously. My name's Man, Kilt-Man. And like inside the coffin you'd hear me tapping on the inside of the casket. He's alive! No, it's just a muscle memory. What is he doing in that box? Is that a muscle memory too? Dirty boy. So yeah, I'd love a rendition of this. But yeah, No Time to Die. Yeah, it's a thumbs up from me. I quite like that. I quite like that title. Even though it's no great shakes, it's not, you know, wow, that's clever. It's just a generic title. Aren't they all? Aren't they all? Now listen, who's going to score? Who's going to do the song for it? The song for No Time to Die. You know, I've got a feeling, and I might even put money on this, that it'd be Jack Severetti, because he's got that gruff, you know, that voice, and he does big, powerful ballads. And there's a real growl to his voice, but he can reach some high notes as well. And God, initially I didn't like Jack Severetti at all. Is it Jack or Jake? Jack Severetti. Because in work we have BBC Radio 2 playing in our office. And he's the darling of BBC Radio 2. And he's often in their piano room, he's being interviewed by them, and they're playing his records all fucking time. But his newest one, which I don't know the title of, I actually like. After spending like a year going, oh, bloody hell, fucking Savaretti, fucking turning into a werewolf halfway through the fucking song. I quite like the new one, but I think that he's the sort of person that you go to. We had Sam Smith for Spectre. What a load of shit that was. Fucking shit. Everything about that film was shit. You know, I'm not going to talk about it ever again. But, yeah. But between you and me, who would I really like to do the song for this? Jack Ezra? Jack Ezra? George Ezra? Oh dear. Brain cells have completely been eroded. As I dried my hair this morning, I was cascades of brain cells and memory was going out into the four winds, never to be used or utilised again. Jack Ezra, fucking hell, that was a combination, Jack Savaretti and Ezra, because he's got a voice as well, you know, and I love it, and I love his upbeat style as well. He could do a quirky version. If you want a quirky Bond song, how about Neil Hannon and the Divine Comedy? He'd have little. You see that going past then? Where's my bloody gun? I'll blow it out the sky. Blow its little wings off. And he'd have like a comical version of working for, you know, MI6, you know, going on missions and forgetting your gun or something like. It'd just be hysterical. It's also never going to happen, of course. But yeah. So that was a little sort of resume. Now, for those of you who are waiting for my review of Angel Has Fallen, which I saw the bloody day it came out, I saw the first fucking showing of it. I just never got around to doing the bloody review because other things happened. Life and whiskey and parties happened. So, I'll do that later on. I've got a lot to do today, but I promise you I will do that review later. And I was going to do a non-spoiler review and a spoilerific review. Well, hang all that. I'm just going straight in for one big spoiler-rife review. So if you don't want to see that, obviously watch the film first. And I'll say right now, it's good enough to go and watch at the flicks, especially if you're a fan of the first two. But it is not the film I wanted it to be. I know it's got the best reviews since the first one. No one seems to like London Has Fallen. I do like it.
From Russia.
Matt Monroe, you do me a favour and butt out for a minute.
I fly to...
Let's have a blast on this again. This is an extended version. But yeah, so it's good, but it ain't that good. It's just got character. Oh, why am I saying this now? Kilt-Man, get with the programme. This is 007. Literally. We'll use Mike Banny will come later. So, in the meantime, folks, and the in-between time, take it easy. Watch out for nefarious agents from around the world. Don't trust your own either, because they often stab you in the back. And watch out for guys with weird German accents who go, I'm the architect of all your pain. Accents are obviously eluding me today. Oh hey! Especially the fucking Scottish one! Folks, take it easy. Speak to you later. Be happy, be safe. Enjoy the sun. If you've got the sun, enjoy it. But be safe in it as well. Y'all. And I'm going to see you all later. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to like and subscribe for further Kilted goodness.